Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you. Today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of June 1st through June 5th, 2020. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame, and then I'm going to compare that to higher time frames such as the 4-hour, daily, and weekly, as I will show you here in a minute. And then I'm going to try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week, okay, per chart, per currency pair, okay? So anyhow, let's start with EURUSD right here, okay? As we see here, EURUSD, we had a steady uptrend this past week, okay? And the price I predicted last week would be more or less a range of market, and you can use a 15-minute time frame to trade on. But as we can see here, we did have a steady uptrend, okay? It kind of was a range of market, but it definitely had a solid uptrend, okay? So now the question is right now, is it going to be going back down? Because it looked like it hit this level of resistance and has not dropped. Okay, we had at least on the 30-minute time frame right here, we had two blue arrows, as you can see, and no red arrow except way up here. So that, definitely tells us an uptrend. But now that we got this red arrow, it should be dropping. Okay. Now let's look at the higher time frames, and I'm going to try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen. If you look here on the 4-hour chart, okay, we see a very strong signal to sell, okay, and it's already dropping. So based on this alone, we can say that yes, it's definitely going to be dropping this week, okay. But if we look at the daily shows to go up, and so does the weekly. So we're kind of caught in the trap here. So the question is it going to be going up or is it going to be going down? What I think is going to happen this week is we're going to see the price drop back down. Okay, you already see on the 4-hour chart that it's getting ready to drop, right? So the 4-hour chart is showing the drop. What I think is going to happen is we have, let me zoom out a bit. We have a level of resistance right here to hit about the same level of resistance, okay? So, what I think is going to happen is it's going to drop a good way, a few hundred points at least. Right here, look, we have a resistance right here. So anytime you have a resistance that's broken, it becomes a support, okay, and vice versa. So right now, I think the price is going to drop down to there, or the price is going to drop down to this level of resistance, okay, slash support, okay. And it's very, very possible that this will be it, because you see the price broke right here, hit the resistance here, broke, and then formed a support. So that is a good indicator that yes, this is a strong support. So what I think is going to happen this week, okay, my best prediction is that the price is going to drop the first half of the week, and then around Wednesday going to Thursday, we'll see the price shoot back up again. Okay, so that is what I think is going to happen. All right, now moving on to GBPUSD. We do see the price was more or less in a flat range of market, and the price did end higher than where it began. So yes, it was in a slight uptrend, but really not much of an uptrend, okay? It's not a steady line going up. It's more like go up and then flat, right? So we see the price hit the red arrow here, hit a blue arrow, and another red arrow about the same place as before. So we have like a ceiling, okay, like a strong level of resistance, but you don't see the price really dropping. The price came down a little bit and shot back up again. So it is still very bullish, okay? Even though it's not really in an uptrend. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart and kind of get a better picture of what's going on. 4-hour chart really doesn't show you too much, other than we have a blue arrow here and no red arrow. So long term, this should be going up. Okay. If you look at the daily, we have an up arrow, right? And if we look at the weekly, we have an up arrow. So it's okay. We can predict that based on this information alone that this price definitely will be going up long term, but right now it's kind of like stuck, okay? Because GBP and USD are the two strongest currency pairs in the world. They're the two strongest currencies, so they're definitely in like a gridlock right now, okay? They're both fighting against one another to be the stronger of the two, and of course all the world economies are hurting right now because of this coronavirus. So what's going to happen this week is, well, the 4-hour chart shows to go up. So what I think is going to happen is the price is definitely going to be going up. Okay, because long term, everything is shown to go up. Now, if we look here on the 4-hour chart, we have a strong support, and this will mark our uptrend going up. Okay. Now, if we go down to like a 30-minute time frame, we have a down arrow, right? So here's what I think is going to happen. Okay, I think the price is going to drop back down to this trend line. Okay, that I marked on the 4-hour chart. So in the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, we should see the price drop. Okay, at least Monday, and then probably Tuesday going into Wednesday, we'll see the price spike back up again. Okay, watch for this to continue going up. So based on that information, we need to be looking to buy only for the GBPUSD. Okay, yes, I know you can actually trade, buy or sell, arrow to arrow, as you can see here, because it's more or less in a flat range of market. I'll let you decide if you want to do that or not. But for me, simply because that, you know, long term this is going to be going up, I would look to buy only. Okay, you could put it on a 15-minute time frame even. Put it on a 15-minute time frame and then look for buy signals only. Okay, you see here we had a buy and another buy. So yes, the buy signals are stronger than the sell signals. Okay, so anyhow, that's my predictions for GBPUSD. Let's look at AUDUSD here. Okay, again, just like GBPUSD, we see that the price shot up a little bit and then just leveled out. Okay, so it hit this like strong level of resistance, strong plateau here, and question now is it going to be dropping? Okay, or is it going to keep going up? We know the Australian dollar has been pretty strong lately. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart shows to sell. Okay, now if we zoom out a bit, we see that, you know, we had dropped here from the blue arrow, but we had 2 red arrows. Okay, now there is no other time, I've checked in the past, there's no other time where there was 3 red arrows. Okay, so that was not followed by a blue arrow. So what I think is going to happen is you got 2 red arrows now. Okay, so now this price is going to drop and form a blue arrow at some point in here. Okay, if we draw a trend line going up, watch this, like this. Okay, this will mark our support. Okay, what we're looking for is that the break. Okay, and then we can sell. So ultimately, we want to be selling this week, but only if this trend line breaks. Okay, so like I said, go on the 4-hour chart here, draw your trend line, wait for the break. I'd wait about 2 candles to break below, and then place a sell trade. And then what you can do is drop down to like a 30-minute time frame and wait for the next opposite blue arrow and close your trade. Okay, hope that makes sense. I think, and I'm borderline thinking that this is going to keep going up. Okay, it's probably going to break resistance and go up even more. Okay, but I would probably not look to buy Australian dollar, US dollar, simply because it's already got 2 red arrows. Okay, I would definitely be looking to sell, but only if the conditions are right. Okay, it's all a matter of, you know, waiting, just like a sniper in the army. So, you know, here on the 1-hour chart, there is your resistance. Okay, there's your support line, and what we need to do is, like I said, wait. If you're on a 1-hour chart, I'd wait for about 3, maybe 4 candles to break below, and then place your trade. Okay, and it's very, very simple. All right. So anyhow, moving on to U.S. dollar Swiss franc. Now I know the U.S. dollar has been dropping. Okay, and unemployment has been rampant. Okay, in the United States, it's been very strong. And what I think is going to happen is we're going to see the U.S. dollar drop even more. Okay, reason being is because this week is non-farm payroll. Okay, NFP, and this Friday the U.S. dollar or the U.S. government, okay, will release all the employment figures for the economy. Okay, and it is predicted. All right, I've already looked at the Forex Factory News Calendar. It's predicted that the unemployment rate is going to increase. Okay, I think it's from like 14% to like 18%, something like that. So anyhow, the unemployment is predicted to go up. Okay, that's to be expected, especially with everything that's going on in the world. But last time we had non-farm payroll, they had a huge jump in unemployment, which has caused a drop in the value of the U.S. dollar. But initially, when that non-farm payroll information was released, it was actually better than expected, and we saw a gain in the U.S. dollar. And then we saw a slight gain, and then the price dropped back down again. Okay. Now, I think there's a little manipulation involved in that. I don't know for sure, but do keep an eye out this week for the non-farm payroll. Just be careful when you're trading this Friday. You can see right here on the 30-minute chart the price did drop. Okay. And I had predicted last week it would be more or less in the range of market, but we do see that it definitely dropped. And now the question is it going to be going back up? Okay, if you look on the 4-hour chart here, okay, we have a pretty strong signal to buy. Okay, it shot back up and then back down again. So it's not really that strong right now to buy. And if we draw a trend line coming down like this will mark our resistance. Okay, we had this wick, this candle here, this wick here. So that is what we're looking for. We're looking for this to break. Okay, once that breaks by 2 candles on the 4-hour chart, then you can buy. Okay, and then you can drop down to like a 30-minute or even 1-hour time frame and close it when you get the next red arrow. Okay, so yes, I would be looking to buy this week, but only when the conditions are right. Okay, I do predict that this will be going back up at least the first half of the week, and coming around Thursday or Friday, we should see the price come back down. Okay, so if the U.S. dollar or the U.S. economy has a bad negative jobs report for the unemployment figures, right, you should see the price drop for the U.S. dollar. But here's the thing. Before the price can drop, it needs to go up first, right? So this is the game these brokers or these banks play with you. All right, so what they're going to do is the price is going to go back up, okay, for the majority of the week, and then come the end of the week, it's going to shot back down. Okay, that's just how it works. Okay, that's the game they play. So as long as we know there's the bank strategy or the broker strategy and how they're going to, I don't know, say scam you, but how they're going to trick you and play the game, we just need to play the game along with them. Okay, learn their strategy so we can flip it and reverse it back at the broker. Okay, so anyhow, we can see that price is definitely going to be going up this week, but please wait for that trend line to break and then buy, and then drop down to like a 1-hour, 30-minute time frame, and close the trade when you get the next red arrow. Okay, and then like I said, watch out for this Friday for the price to drop. I would not place a trade right away during non-farm payroll. I would wait for about maybe an hour after the NFP release, and then see what the price is doing, because it's going to fluctuate a lot after the news is initially released. But I think it's definitely going to drop. You'll probably see it spiked up a little bit and then drop back down. So definitely wait for it to shoot up before you place your sell trade. Okay. Anyhow, moving on to USD JPY, we kind of see the similar situation here where the price was more or less in a flat range of market, and it's slightly higher than where it began. And looks like it's at a pretty strong level of resistance. Even though we don't have a red arrow right now, it is at the same level of resistance that it was before. And it's just sitting right here right now, okay? So what's going to be happening this week, we don't know. But if we look at the 4-hour chart, we definitely get a better picture of this hitting resistance right here, okay? So we have a red arrow here. Never hit that same level again. So it hasn't formed another red arrow, but it does keep hitting the same level of resistance that it hit before right here, and even in the past. Okay, so based on that, based on the candles, okay, based on the simple price action, I think the price is going to be dropping this week. Okay, we know the U.S. dollar is weakened. It should, even though, well, based on the non-farm payroll that's predicted this week, it should be dropping. Now, the thing is, it should go up more before it drops. So I'm a little leery about this right now. The daily chart and the weekly chart show to go up. Okay, so here's kind of what I think might happen, we'll see the price right here, is stagnant right now. I think the price will drop a ways, and then it's going to shoot up even higher. Okay, go to the 4-hour chart and zoom out a bit. We see a level of resistance right here, but what I have a funny feeling, and again, I don't know, but I have a funny feeling that this is going to shoot up even higher, and then by the end of the week, it's going to shoot back down. Okay, but either way, I would be looking to sell the US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, I would not be looking to buy. Okay, even though the daily and weekly showed to go up, I would be looking to sell. Okay, and probably, based on what's going on here, I would probably put my charts on a 30-minute time frame. I would wait for a good strong red arrow on the 30-minute time frame and then sell. Okay, like right now it looks like it wants to go down, but I'm a little undecided right now. I think it's going to shoot back up even more, maybe not too much more, but I would wait for the red, definitely, wait for a confirmed red arrow and then place your sell trade. Okay, so yes, definitely look to sell. Now you could buy and sell based on what's going on, but definitely I would definitely sell more than I would buy. Okay, moving on to USD CAD, we saw a nice drop right here, and then also in the flat range of market. It's kind of the opposite of some of the other ones, but it is a little interesting how US dollar and Canadian dollar behave against one another, because these are two strong currencies, but again, they're both really hurting right now. Okay, so now the price is just like flatlined. Okay, it's just stagnant right now. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, we pretty much see the same thing, except we have a blue arrow right here looking to buy. Okay, so again, just like I said with the US dollar Swiss franc, I think this week we're going to see the price shoot back up some, and then around the end of the week it should shoot back down. Okay, you look at the daily and weekly, long term is definitely headed down. Okay, if you look right here on the weekly chart, okay, we have a strong level of resistance right here. Okay, but now the price had before it's on the weekly chart. Back at the beginning of the week, it was already almost at the resistance and dropped. Now we're going to see that price come back up again and hit that resistance, okay, and then drop again. So what we can predict for the US, at least the US dollar, Canadian dollar, is we can predict for the price to go up and touch that trend line or come close to it, okay, and then drop again. So expect the price to go up, the first half of the week at least, and then by the end of the week it's going to shoot back down. Okay, that is a very good guess, simply because the U.S. dollar and the Canadian dollar both have expected bad job reports. Okay, well, at least the U.S. dollar does. I know that for a fact. So we should see this definitely drop this coming week, but it's all going to be dependent on the non-farm payroll. Okay, it might just go up to the top, hit this resistance, and then just plateau and flatline. Okay, it may not really drop. But right now, if you look at the 4-hour chart, right now is definitely a good time to buy. Okay, I would buy right now and then wait. This is a 4-hour chart. Okay, I would drop down to like a 30-minute time frame, maybe even a 1 hour, like that, and wait for the next red arrow. Okay, you already see it hit a red arrow on the 30 minutes and dropped, right? But we're going to see it spike back up again. Okay, so it looks like right now is actually a good time to buy, because the price shot back down. And then I would wait for this red arrow to form on the 1 hour and then close the trade. Okay, and then once you get, the price is going to go up, down like that, and overall it's going to go up, right? And then what's going to happen is, you can't see it right now, but you're going to have an uptrend that's going to form like this. Okay, it's going to be your support. Now, I don't know if this is 100% accurate right now. This is just guessing at this point. But we're going to see something similar to this. Okay, the price is definitely going to go up. And what we want to do is, once you get that red arrow on the 1 hour time frame, close the trade, and then wait for the price to break down below this trend line and then sell again. That way you can catch pips on the way up, catch pips on the way down. It'll work perfect, okay? So definitely be looking to buy in the first half of the week. You can buy right now. And then towards the end of the week, we want to look to sell again, okay? As long as the conditions are right. So anyhow, that concludes my weekly trade predictions, okay? Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. There is a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook, okay? You can contact me there. Also, there is a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. This way, myself or other traders, we can all assist you, and we can collaborate as a team, okay? So, with that said, just please let me know how I can help you. Thank you, and have a wonderful week.